Dr. Ranganathan, he has compared everything from what happened with Bangladesh to what has happened to Nepal to what has happened with China to Pakistan, and he has made a complete khichdi of it. Long and short of it, he's saying is that compare what Indira Gandhi did and compare Modi era, and he says that era was far better than what is happening right now. If I've understood it correctly, that's the long and short of Akashdeep Muni's argument. Please respond.
Good evening, Madhav. No, I think Dr. Muni is a very good friend. इन्होंने खिचड़ी बनाई है और Mr. Ashwani also another group. उन्होंने दही supply कर दिया है. दही खिचड़ी चल रही है यहाँ पे. No, but I think Dr. Shashi Tharoor has been an absolute superstar in the past 1 month. He's been an asset to the country, but if I may, I disagree with him a little bit as well, because yes, he's right saying that the Prime Minister is what exact words did he use, was a priceless asset. I think Rahul Gandhi is also a priceless asset for the BJP. So both are assets. One is an asset for India. The other is an asset for the BJP. Were it not for Rahul Gandhi, BJP would not be winning time and again. So there Sanju also has to take note of Rahul Gandhi. No, couple of things out here. What are the opponents of Modi? Let's put it very simple. Simply saying that Modi has been a dismal failure at foreign policy. What are they talking about? On which planet are they living in? Is it Jupiter? One of the cornerstones of the Modi success in the last 11 years has been our foreign relations. And please do not conflate this with every nation thinking for himself or herself. That is what nations do. To say that America, while we are friends with America, America is friends with Pakistan, is being childish and juvenile. Every nation tries to look for its own. As an example, when Dr. Muni talks about Indira Gandhi split, Pakistan into Bangladesh, well, does he even know that in the wake of the Indo-Pak War of 1971, almost all our Arab friends were against us and with Pakistan. In fact, Iran supplied ammunition to Pakistan. And who stood with us? Israel. This was the same Egypt that was against India. That was Nasser's Egypt. That was Sadat's Egypt. When Nehru said our blood is the same, they stood with Pakistan. So for us to say that foreign policy is one binary, either you are with us or against us, is foolhardy. I speak as a layman, and even to a layman it is clear. Everyone is looking for his or her interest. Let me give you another example, just 30 seconds. The West, especially Europe and America, were going loggerheads, hammer and tongs at India, demanding that it not buy Russian oil in the wake of Russia-Ukraine war. Did we succumb to it? Absolutely not. We stood our ground. We said Europe is still buying Russian oil even though it is processed in Jamnagar refinery by us. Okay. America was buying Russian fuel even after 9 weeks after the Ukraine war started. Why should we buy it? That is what you call real non-alignment. Okay. Unlike Congress hashtag, which was non-alignment, which was a complete sham.
All right, let me come back to the issue at hand, which is of course Tharoor. Tharoor, a few days ago, and Ashwani, you can come in on this. Just a few days ago, he said that he was not even invited to participate in the bypoll there in Nilambur that took place. The point is that why would you not use a person who's a 4-time MP, who's one of your most popular leaders, both within the state and nationally, as far as the Congress party is concerned, and somebody who would have certainly helped the party in that bid? Is it only because he has been voicing these opinions that he has been kept away from that campaign?
Madhav, before I respond to your question, let me first respond to what Sanju Verma and Dr. Anand Raghunath said. So, Sanjuji, I think if you count just 11 years, you count the number of seats. If you count for last 30 years, I think BJP will be hardly 1/5 of how many seats Congress has won right from the inception of Bharatiya Janata Party. And Dr. Raghunath, I think you should stop defending the failed diplomacy, and rather than just not the failed diplomacy, the Sanju Verma was talking about success. Right now, Bharatiya Janata Party's entire government is on to Baisakhi, and so is our diplomacy. You may mock Rahul Gandhi, but he brought down his government to Baisakhi, and in 2029 you will be out of the power. I can give you guarantee that you will be out of the power.
Ashwani, what should have happened? Diplomatically, what should have happened in your view?
So I'm coming to your question. No,
बताइए ना. I've been asking you this question. I've been asking the question to Mr. Muni also.
Rangnath ji was mocking Rahul Gandhi, so I just told he brought down BJP's government to Baisakhi, and essentially it will be.
Okay, sir, it's okay. No personal jibes, please. Answer the question. That's a serious debate, please.
Now coming back to diplomacy, Yeah, let me play a bite from Bajpayee. I think you will believe, at least your Prime Minister Bajpayee, right?
आप ये बताइए सर, tell me on national television, Mr. Mishra, what should have been done? What is the big failure you're not been able to identify it? We have ties with US, we have ties with EU, we have ties with Russia, we have ties with all the big parts of the world. Where is the failure? And what should have been done according to Mr. Mishra? Tell us.
What sort of ties these are when the President of United States tells that because of us, he pretty much said that terrorism can be compromised with trade. That is what he's blaming India to be like succumb to his pressure.
And the Prime Minister in his call with the US President
Where?
clarified that and
He
said
said
that very
publicly,
clearly. All right.